Let's begin with the selection statement. We'll open up a new file and let's understand the selection statements or taking decisions. That's where this comes. All right, now let's say what we can do. If we can take marks from the user, let's take marks from the user. Let's tell him input, enter your marks. Even single quote strings are strings in Python. So I can just tell him to enter his marks, and whatever he enters, I need to convert it into either into an integer or I can convert it into a float, because it can be even 0.5 half mark. So I can convert it into a float using the float PIF. Marks, right? Now, I want to tell him whether he's passed or whether he's failed, which means I need to say, I need to take a statement, or I need to take a decision, or I need to make a decision saying that seeing his marks, I should write here whether he has failed or whether he has passed, which means I need to select a particular option. In that case, we use something or a keyword called as if space, and you now need to give a condition which will evaluate to either a true or a false, which means which operator are we going to use? We are going to use the conditional operator. Conditional operator will return to me a true or a false. Yes, if you remember. So if marks greater than what? If marks greater than, let's say 40, then I just need to print what? You have passed. Now let's come to what Python requires out here. Over here, as you can see here, over here, there is a colon which has to be given after writing the if, which means you need to say after the selection statement, you need to give a colon, and whatever you want to do, if this condition is satisfied, has to be written under the if with an indentation. This indentation is compulsory. If you do not have this indentation, Python will not execute your code. It will say there is an indentation error, which means many a times you might not put the colon and just say an enter. If you just say an enter without the colon, it will print it immediately on the next line itself. But if I run this, it will give me an error, right? I can now just show you with, let's say, I'll just save this file. And if I run this, it's going to tell me there is a syntax error. What is the error? Can I see that? Yeah. It says invalid syntax. You can't have this. You need to have a colon. And then if I have a colon, and then if I again go and I say, okay, it gives me another error. So if I click on that once again, it says expected an indented block. So there is an error which can be done. You know, you don't put a space of your own. You can put a tab, but it's better to go backspace and then say an enter, so that you have everything one after the other. So you can print, you have passed. If that does not get fulfilled, then you have another keyword called as else with a colon, again, enter, print, you have failed. Correct? Save and run. Enter your marks. Let's say that guy's got 90. He says you have passed. Or if you say he's got 30, you have failed. This is about making a particular choice between the marks. Now this if else could have been written in a different way. I'm now putting them in a bigger comment. As I told you, you can write the entire thing as a comment with a triple quote, multiple lines. Now I can write this if else in a little different way. I can also say like this: print you have passed, print you have passed if marks greater than 40. else print you have failed. So it's like Python is like English, which says do something if this condition is true, else do something else. Are you able to understand? This is another way of writing it without the indented block. But again, 30, it says you have failed. So this is how you need to write your if-else. Is that clear? Okay, I can show you another program. Let's say I'll just comment this out. I'll tell the user to enter a number, which is, again, I need to put it in an int BIF, and I need to say enter a number. And when he does that, I'm just, oops, I haven't completed the bracket for, yeah. I need to see if the number is an even number or an odd number.